When God is silent, Psalm 22 to 1-2, John 11 to 5-6. One of the most difficult seasons in the Christian walk is not when God says no to our prayers, but when God says nothing at all. The silence of God can be confusing. We pray, we fast, we plead, we wait, and yet it seems as if heaven is shut. The psalmist cries out in Psalm 22, my God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me from the words of my groaning?" Job cried the same in his suffering. Habakkuk asked, "How long, Lord, must I call for help, but you do not listen?" Even Jesus on the cross experienced that silence. Silence does not mean absence. David felt abandoned, but in the very next verse of Psalm 22, he remembered, "Yet you are enthroned as the Holy One. You are the one Israel praises." God was still present, still reigning, even though he felt far away. Silence may be God's way of deepening our trust. In John 11, we are told that Jesus loved Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. But when Lazarus was sick, Jesus delayed 2 more days. That silence must have felt cruel. But his delay was not neglect, it was preparation for a greater miracle. He was about to reveal himself as the resurrection and the life. Sometimes God's silence is not rejection, but redirection. He is preparing something bigger than we asked for. His quietness is the soil where deeper faith grows. Silence refines our motives. Job cried out and heard nothing from God for a long time. But in that silence, Job's heart was revealed. He wasn't just after blessings. He longed for God himself. Sometimes God withholds an answer to test what we truly seek. Do we want his hand, or do we want his face? Do we want solutions, or do we want him? His silence asks us, "Am I enough for you, even when I say nothing?" Silence points us to Christ. The greatest silence of God happened on the cross. Jesus, the beloved Son, cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And heaven was silent. But that silence was not the end, it was the pathway to resurrection. God's silence toward his Son meant salvation for us. Because Jesus endured the silence, we never